to the party, we got the takes, no chase. Straight Shooter Podcast, winning the race.
Hey everybody, it's Big Ed here, and welcome to the Straight Shooter Sports Podcast. Tonight we're talking the NFL, Eagles, and free agency, and we're talking Sixers injuries. I don't know if this is old or new, but guess what? We are still talking about it. And then also they are making fun of my fashion, which this is not a cardigan for anybody that's actually carrying. This is actually a sweatshirt that I'm wearing.
Ward, you handsome man, you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Rogers over here.
What else can you spend a wonderful Friday evening? Yes. It's a beautiful
Won't you
day.
be my neighbor?
Won't you be? Please won't you be? No.
Pull out the kiddie pool. Put our feet in the kiddie pool and Mr. Rogers.
Oh, man. That kind of talk going on with all this stuff in the news.
Wasn't he like an ex-Marine or something, like a Marine sniper? Or
I know he was former military. I don't know what brand.
Rogers?
Yeah.
yeah,
He was former. I think he was a World War II
Imagine
veteran,
like
wasn't he?
stretch, you know.
yeah, he was a badass man.
He's like, I am totally changing my image. Nah, man, Mr. Rogers was the man. Did you guys see the latest Mr. Rogers, though, with the TikToks with him and Tupac and him with did you see that?
No.
It was like crazy.
What is it? AI?
Yeah.
I saw some where him and Bob Ross were talking trash to each other on one video.
Yeah.
That was actually pretty funny, though.
I was just like, what? So anyway. All right, so what we got going on? What's going on right now in the world of sports?
Well, the Eagles got a few new players last couple days.
Yeah, who we get? I know we got that cornerback.
Yeah, we got the cornerback Rick Woolen, who I've heard from Ross Tucker. Ross Tucker said he is like the most physically gifted cornerback of all time.
Yeah, I saw the same thing. And then he runs a 4.2 40.
Yeah, 4.23, something like that, something crazy.
That's like,
And he's another CJ Johnson too. CJ Gardner Johnson, like he's a trash talker.
yeah.
He's led the league in taunting penalties, I think the last 2 seasons now.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be a problem.
Look, he said
we can't tolerate stupid penalties.
Yeah.
I like players with fire, but don't start that dumb crap. I don't want to see any of that.
You got
Don't
And,
talk the team because you want some clout, you know. Selfish.
we also got a defensive end, Edwin Adebayo, something from the Falcons.
Okay.
He's pretty good. He's got like I think he's got like one of the highest pressure rates in the NFL. He didn't really have a lot of sacks because the Falcons, they played a lot of rookies on defense last year. This guy's I think he's been around for a few seasons. He's a former 2nd-round pick, and I think we got him on a 1-year deal. So
Yeah,
he's like basically an upgrade. He's like last year's we signed Uche and Olajawari. Those guys, he's kind of like that kind of signing, but I think he's better than those guys. I think he's gonna we're not done yet though.
But
Don't hit the panic button quite yet, Ed. I know you're about to.
No, I'm not hitting any panic button. All I'm saying, what the button I'm hitting is, people
The
don't
negative button.
can be just as important as sacks, because we got the secondary. Those guys can pick off the ball, and they force the quarterback to make some bad plays. Guess what? That's going to fall in our favor. So,
Oh yeah.
the guy can make some havoc back there. That's a good thing.
We also signed another cornerback. His name is John Johnson. He has 2 Super Bowl rings. I know he used to play for the Commanders. He's 32 years old. He's a depth piece. He's not gonna. He's played outside corner most of his career, but he's also played nickel back.
Right.
He's a depth piece. He's one of those guys we're probably going to need like late in the season. When injuries start happening, you need these pieces. How he's putting together another good roster, man. Trust me.
Well, yeah, you have to.
Trust Howie.
You have to. I mean, what else are you going to do? I mean,
Oh, you could be like every other Eagles fan and start freaking out
for what?
because we're not right now. Free agency in its first 3 days is the overspending period. That's what that is. And if you're a good team and you're able to kind of be able to stay away from overspending,
Yeah.
and still have a good team, you're in good shape. You're in a lot better shape than the reason the Raiders like had all those, signings is because they were so bad. Like they were like way under the cap, they didn't spend any money before. So
Right.
I'm not ready to hit the panic button. We still got what, 6 more months of off season.
No. Why would you hit the panic button?
Well, just a lot of people. I see a lot of people posting, why aren't we signing this and that? Oh, another defensive end gone. Hendrickson's
Yeah,
gone. Crosby's traded, but
the 49er fans are doing the same thing on the Niner pages.
yeah, right now is not the time to be overspending, man. You get better value after a few days. Trust me. I know these things. I'm a football guru.
Football. but are you a player?
Devastation information.
Oh my God! You playground legend now.
No, my question.
Playground legend.
There you go.
Yeah, but are you? Playground.
No,
Right.
but seriously, man, I like what Howie's been doing. I like these signings. I think we're about to re-sign Dallas Goedert. We just restructured Landon Dickinson's deal, which is weird to me. I don't know what's going on with that. It takes off a year of his deal. I know that much. I think he's planning on retiring
Really?
soon, like after maybe this season. I think this season might be him and Lane Johnson's last season.
Want to retire?
Yeah, so I think the Eagles kind of restructured it in a way so he could just, retire with no problems, nothing against their cap. Howie's got it handled.
Yeah, I mean, it's just ridiculous, though. I mean, but he's hurting so bad that, he's probably like, you know what, I don't want to walk around. Like,
I don't know, man. He just had some routine done in Colombia.
oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, some sort of regenerative, basically some sort of, I guess it's like some sort of stem cell research. And they put the blood, they mix it up in the blood, and it actually revitalizes, rebuilds that area of the knee.
Yeah, I think it sounds pretty cool. It sounds pretty promising to me.
Shoot, man, I would love to get that done on my knee. My knee is,
Oh yeah.
But I'm sure that doesn't cost. I'm sure that's not cheap. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
Those kind of things are. But I'm just telling you right now, it's a shame because he really is he's really a solid player in there. And if we got to replace him next year, it's just another piece that they weren't expecting to do.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if I was Howie, the way I'd approach it would be this draft has a bunch of offensive tackles that are like starting quality or could be starters within the next year or two. I'd go ahead and get Lane Johnson's replacement, get him behind him, learn from him while he's there still. And when he retires, there you go. You got your replacement.
I think that's what it was. Remember, we were talking about that with AJ Johnson, AJ Brown again. I mean, I really think that he's.
No, I think I'm hearing Denver wants him. Denver and somebody else. I forget who they said.
Not the Chiefs. I'm not sure.
Now Denver's in the sweepstakes.
Yeah, Denver's making some crazy moves lately too. They gave us our boy Greenlaw back.
Oh, the Rams. The rumors are that the Rams and the Broncos are interested in AJ Brown.
Dude, the Rams are trying to get another. They're trying to buy a ring again, like they did when Aaron Donald was
They
there.
don't even. Do they even have any draft picks to trade?
I don't know if they have a first round pick. I think they lost some picks.
I don't know. Newsweek saying they're not going to trade AJ Brown.
No,
I don't think they would. I don't think they're going to do anything till after June 1st.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's saving money.
Yeah, you need that money. You just lost 3 players.
Yep.
You don't want to lose Jalen Carter. You don't want to lose Quinyon Mitchell. When the time comes, Cooper DeJean's going to need a contract.
Yeah.
Jalen's is coming up too, isn't it?
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, what, like next year or two?
No, I think he has an out in 2027. Or we have a potential out where we could cut him, and the dead cap hit wouldn't be that much. Every contract has a potential out in it.
Yeah, but it's coming up.
Yeah.
And the quarterback market's done moved up so much, it's going to cost to keep him. I mean, we've seen how some of these quarterbacks are getting paid now.
He signed a 5-year deal in 2023.
Okay.
So, it keeps him under contract through 2028. So, probably like 2027, they'll start really evaluating it.
Yeah.
Dude, what about that? All right, Ravens backed out on that Crosby deal. And I think they got spooked by how much it cost them. Crosby's age plus the knee injury. I think they got too excited and tried to jump on it quick as possible. I think they're holding him. They did that to hold him to see what Hendrickson was going to do, to be honest. I think that's what they were doing, because as soon as Hendrickson decided he was going to be available for free agency, notice how they backed out of the Crosby deal, and that's who they ended up getting, was Hendrickson.
Yeah, I think people are going to want to stop dealing with the Ravens pretty soon, because
that was kind of dirty.
They screwed us last year. Remember, we made that trade for that cornerback, and he retired right after the trade, and they didn't give us the pick back.
That's right. I do remember that.
He retired the day after the trade, and the Ravens like, no, we're keeping this pick.
Well, after they backed out of that trade, they didn't disclose which GM said it, but they said a GM called or mentioned something saying that what the Ravens did was low down, dirty, just cheating or something. He said he wasn't happy about it. Yeah. I'm pretty sure when they have the owners meeting, they're going to address that. That was crazy, though, man. I mean, I don't remember the last time that's happened.
No.
On that level.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah, that was bad. I mean,
terrible way to do business.
But then again, it could be a big thing for the Raiders. That's gonna light a fire up under Max Crosby's ass, and that's probably gonna have him. They're probably gonna get the best version of him after that.
Yeah.
And plus, everybody else that they've signed. And Raiders, huh?
You don't think they'll still try to trade him?
I don't know. Not after that happened. I think they're going to try to keep him and see what he does with the roster.
Yeah, if they do, they're going to have to lower the price.
Yeah. Yeah, does that damage the his value plummeted after that. I mean, with his knee and all that.
Yeah, supposedly he put out a tweet saying, "Raider Nation, I'm back."
Yeah, he's fully invested to be a Raider. So
Yeah,
I
well,
doubt we'll see him traded.
they're finally making moves. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? They signed a boatload of players. They kind of have like a promising future for once.
Yeah.
they got him some help, man.
Yeah.
Well, that's like with us, we brought in. I was surprised the Cowboys made that deal with us for Osa Odigazawa. I think that's how you say his name. That defensive
Oh
tackle.
yeah, he's a good pass rusher.
Dude, we only gave them a 3rd-round pick for him.
Huh.
Yeah, because
Dallas
they
fan,
just
there's some
they
Dallas
just
fans that are sick about it, man.
yeah.
We
I think
needed
he's
that
better.
though.
I think he's better than the guy they just traded for.
Yeah, yeah.
The
This
guy
guy's
from Green Bay.
Osa he's a disruptor, man.
Yeah.
That's what we need. Because we have 2 defensive tackles that they were rookies last year, C.J. West and Alfred Collins. They need a guy like Osa to come in there, learn from him.
Who
And
is the
plus,
defensive tackle you guys got from us? He was you signed him as a free agent. It was a defensive tackle. It was like maybe 3 seasons ago.
the Hargrave.
Yeah, Javon Hargrave.
Yeah,
What
he
happened to
just he just signed with somebody
Yeah,
yesterday. I think. Who did he sign with?
I know he played for the Vikings.
I think that's who he's. No,
I always
he,
liked
he,
him.
I did, but he got banged up with us.
Yeah, Bryce Huff
Um,
retired.
yeah, he's got a good reason to.
Wait a
You
minute.
know,
Here's retirement speech.
yeah. I mean, he's going on a. He's earned his money, and he's going on a. He's got a venture project he's working on, and it's an admirable one. I support him for it.
I'm not saying that it's not, but it's just funny. It's like it was a whole infomercial. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
retiring. By the way, I'm working on this. Blah blah blah. I was like,
Well, to be honest with you, that was smart because
yeah, I thought so too.
he used what NFL, popularity he had left, to kind of put his
you have a
project on the map.
You have a cap.
Hargrave signed with the Packers.
That's right.
He's 33 years old. Wow.
Yeah, Packers defense is going to be kind of barren. They lost Gary. What was their name? But they lost some guys. I mean, they lost Dobbs off their offense too.
Wow.
Man,
Yeah.
Dobbs is. Dude, the Patriots might be a little better next season, man. They got Dobbs over there. They needed that number 1 receiver, and they got it, or the X receiver. I'm excited about. I mean, I wanted Dobbs, but I'm also excited about Evans, though.
Bradley Chubb, he went to the Bills, huh?
Yeah, that's big for them.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping. What's that guy's name from the Vikings that supposedly the Eagles have a big interest in?
He's a defensive end, isn't he, or outside linebacker?
Yeah.
Is it like Gifford or something like that, or something like that?
Hold on, I'll look it up.
Because I heard him talking about it on a NFL podcast this morning. I forgot his name. It's like Gifford or something like that.
Yeah.
Shoot, I'm glad we brought Greenlaw back, paired him up with Warner, man, got them back together. Hopefully they pick up where they left off.
Yeah, so we could squash that Warner to the Cowboys rumor.
Yeah, that's done.
Good.
I don't think the 49ers would ever consider trading Warner to the Cowboys or anybody in the NFC. They wouldn't want to have to face him at all. I mean,
yeah, that would be crazy.
Right. If they traded Warner off, you might as well just. I mean, you bring Greenlaw back. I mean, you have somewhat of a defense, but it's really hard to replace somebody like Warner. I couldn't believe they were entertaining phone calls. I'd have been like, man, don't call me with that crap. Get out of here. Unless you give me your 3 first-round picks, we might have a discussion.
Who else? I mean, the Eagles, they've been pretty quiet then.
Yeah, I think y'all are saving your. You're going to be active during the draft, I think.
Yeah, that's always how he's. That's always how he's timed.
Yeah, well, as far as drafting players and possibly making trades to move up or move back, I think that's when you guys are going to get active.
Yeah.
Jonathan Greenard.
That's it.
Yeah, Greenard.
And he like a special teams guy too.
Yeah, I think so. He had a pretty big season. Hold on, let me look him up.
And the Vikings got Kyler Murray too, or they're getting him.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Yeah, I'm happy.
I think they're giving up on JJ McCarthy. Looks like.
Dude's awful, man. I think this is gonna be Kyler Murray's second chance. You know, this is gonna be his time to prove himself because he goes to the Vikings. They got a pretty good roster, man. He's got one of the best wide receivers in the league to throw to. He's got Jordan Addison to throw to. I mean, he's got 2 stout receivers. I don't know about their run game now because they let Aaron Jones walk.
Yes. Supposedly they're working out a deal. I don't know if the guy we just signed changes any of that, but I would think that would be a great
Aaron Jones
pick up. Jonathan Greenard.
Oh, Greenard, yeah. Y'all are gonna end up getting him. They're working the details.
Yeah, he wants a contract extension. I think he wants like 76 million or something, or that's what he's making now.
Absolutely not. No, that's too much.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, what's his name just got 120 million.
That's too much. How old is Grenard?
28.
Yeah, he's wanting to get it. He's wanting to get that bag before he hits 30.
He only had 3 sacks last season, but he only played in 12 games. He had 12 the year before and 12 and a half the year before that.
Did he have any injury issues? I mean, if he played 12 games, I guess so. That's what. Yeah.
Probably. He used to play for the Texans, too.
Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do with...
Yeah, he had a left shoulder injury that required surgery in December. So he's coming off of like a season-ending injury last season.
Yeah, he's going to have to come down off his asking price a little bit.
I think so.
That's a big gamble, and all the risk is on the Philadelphia Eagles. It's not on him, you know.
Yeah,
they're the ones. I mean, they're the ones that's going to have to pay him a lot of money and take all the risks. So he's going to come down off his asking price.
Yeah, especially if we have to give up a 3rd-round pick for him or something.
I wouldn't pay him anywhere north of $50 million. Coming off that injury. I'd say 3 years, $50 million is probably going to be his ceiling. We lost El Grande Eduardo.
Yeah, they said that the Vikings asking price for Greener will likely involve a day 2 pick.
And
what's that, the 2nd and 3rd round on day 2?
Yeah, day 2, 2nd, 3rd.
Yeah, and the Eagles own the 54th overall pick.
Hello, Moto.
It just disappeared.
I know he fell off. He was lagging real bad.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know what we're gonna do with Trent Williams, man. We still haven't set a deal with him yet.
You think he's gonna hold out?
You know, this is what I do personally. I'm not the type of person, I like Trent Williams. He's probably the best left tackle in the game still, even at his old age. But I try not to be sentimental towards players either. Like,
Yeah, you can
no,
nowadays.
it's like the only one I'm sentimental to right now is George Kittle. That's my boy. I'll be a fan of him wherever he goes.
Yeah.
But if he ever left the 49ers, I'd have to call in for work that day. But,
Yeah, there's only there's a few Eagles I feel
yeah,
that way about. Like there's a few Eagles I'd hate to lose, but only like one or two that it would kill me to see them on another team.
dude, like
Like
right now,
like Lane Johnson is one of them.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
I
it's
like
like,
Dallas Goedert too. I'd hate to see him go to another team, but I
if
don't
you
think
ask me, my top three 49ers, Jerry Rice, Joe Montana, George Kittle. Those are my three. That's how I feel about Kittle. But what I would do personally, because the 49ers keep showing interest at Jordan. They keep mentioning Jordan Addison. I'd love to have him. If he cleans his act up, if we can get him to act right off the field, he'd be awesome in Shanahan's system.
what's
I
he a
would,
tight end?
wide receiver. He's the wide receiver behind Justin Jefferson in Minnesota.
Oh, okay,
Addison
yeah.
come from USC. But
Gotcha, yeah.
he's kind of like he plays kind of like Slim Reaper in a way. The way he plays the game, he's built like him too. He's
Yeah,
like
see now
thick.
that's my guy right there is
Yeah,
Devontae Smith.
yeah.
I wish
They're
I
about
wish
built the
Jalen
same.
Brown had Devontae Smith's attitude, man.
Yeah. Well, if you look at Jordan Addison and Devontae Smith and you swap their uniforms, you wouldn't be able
Yeah.
to tell who's who. They're
Oh,
clones
really?
basically. Yeah, they're like 6 foot, 6'1", about 165, 170 pounds. They're not
Yeah.
very big, but the way they play, they separate. They get
Yeah.
open. They stretch the
Yeah.
field. That's what I
Well,
want.
I know
And
Devontae's an outstanding route runner. I think he's one of
yeah,
the
he is.
best route runners in the league.
The
Like his
dude runs every
footwork is
route on the tree.
amazing.
He
Yeah,
runs every route on the route tree.
his footwork is crazy, man.
Well, it's
He
like,
reminds me a lot of Antonio Brown in a way.
well, and I'll give him this too. To him to be so little, he's a tough little dude, man.
Yeah, he is.
I seen him get popped, and I didn't expect him to get up. And same
Oh
thing with
yeah.
Addison, man. I watched him a few times and see him get popped, and I was like, man, he's down. He gets right back up, dude.
Yeah.
But
How can you
what I
not
would
respect players like these? Like Iverson,
no,
like that
well,
type of player.
it's like what I would personally do with Trent Williams because we just got an offensive tackle from the Patriots, and I think he'd be a pretty good starter at left tackle. I would trade Trent. I'd package him because we got like 4 or 5 fourth-round picks. I'd give the Vikings 2 fourths and Trent Williams. Give us Jordan Addison because Trent Williams is going to be 38 years old. Why would you want to extend him to a whole lot of money that he might not even honor the entire extension because he's 38 years old?
Yeah, man. We dealt with that same thing with Jason Peters.
Yeah, it's like they want all this money. But I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, you're still good. You're still playing at the top of your game, but you're also 38 years old. Your game could decline at any minute.
Yeah.
One injury, you said, you know what, I'm going to hang it up. And then money and value loss. I would go ahead and just trade him, man. I'd go ahead and bring in.
Yeah, and
I'd
he's
package
starting
him.
he's starting to play hurt. He's
Yeah,
starting to get hurt. Like little injuries are starting to get to him. He doesn't have
yeah.
much left in the tank. I don't think he does.
But when he's healthy, the dude's a tank. But I think we have that
Yeah.
tackle we got from the Patriots. I think he's serviceable to hold down that position. Plus, Purdy, he's pretty quick on getting the ball out anyway. So if it got to that point,
Yeah.
And especially if we have someone like Jordan Addison who can create separation, and we got Mike Evans now, which Mike Evans is really good in the short passing game.
Plus, you
So
could draft somebody too, because
yeah,
offensive linemen, they're coming into the league like prepared
yeah.
nowadays. You know,
Dude, I like the two receivers that I really like coming into the draft is Concepcion from Texas A&M, and I like Branch from Georgia. Branch from Georgia, that wide receiver, man, he reminds me a lot of. He's like a young Debo in a way. The way he plays, he's like a thick receiver, but he's
yeah,
got solid hands. But he's a lot faster than what Debo was. I'd like to get him, or I'd like to get Concepcion from Texas A&M. I think Concepcion is actually the better overall wide receiver, but I don't think he's going to be there at 27.
maybe you guys can get Devo back.
They're talking about it, but
Like they are talking about it.
yeah, it's like they've been talking about it since a couple weeks ago. I think is when it first came up.
And they said, it's right here. It says reuniting with Devo Samuel suddenly makes more sense after Mike Evans signing.
It
Like
does.
he'd be good paired up with Mike Evans.
Yeah, if he, my problem is Mike Evans is coming off of a pesky injury. It kept him from getting 1,000 yards for his 11th straight year.
Yeah,
But if and Debo's health concerns, is he in shape enough to stay healthy? I don't know, man. I mean, I would take him back because our wide receiver room is barren right now. We got
we need a number 3
Pearsall.
receiver right now. We just lost one.
Yeah, I mean, if we didn't get Mike Evans, our number 1 receiver, our ex receiver was Ricky Pearsall. And when is he ever available?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, your best ability is availability, and he's never available.
Definitely.
I mean, I'm pissed off with him anyways because the guy kept getting hurt. He said, "Oh, my PCL's hurt. My PCL's hurt." But a few weeks later, he's on TikTok doing dance videos, river dancing and crap. I'm like, where was this energy and
How can
hopping
you?
around?
Yeah.
Yeah, during the
How could
football
you
season.
even? I wouldn't even want to put that out there.
No, I was like, "What are you doing, man?" Like,
I'd be
he got
embarrassed.
ragged
Like,
on. Oh, dude, the fans. Oh, my God, man. 49er fans were eating him alive over that video.
good.
Dude, I commented under. I was like, where was this during the season?
Yeah, it's one thing I can't stand. It's somebody who dogs it. Like,
Yeah.
I just can't stand that. As
It
much
just,
as some guys get paid, you can't be dogging it like that. You need to
no.
be out there like as much as you can. I know some people can't play. You're either injured or you're hurt. Like,
Yeah, it was just like Debo. When he was hurt, all you ever heard about of him was him rehabbing. You didn't see him doing dance videos and all that crap, Brandon
no,
Ayuk,
yeah.
same way. But then Ayuk just went, man, I don't know what's going on with him, dude. That man, CTE or something, he snapped.
It could be
But
that 49ers, what was the power line things? That was causing,
the substation thing.
yeah.
I was watching Grant Cohn is or Cohen. He's a podcaster stuff, and he's a reporter too. He talks to the 49ers at press conferences and stuff. And he had a lady on his podcast who she's a scientist and actually has researched that in other situations. And she
Was she
goes,
like a geologist or something? Like, or
I
whatever.
forgot what field she was in, but
Yeah.
it was like electroscience and stuff like that. She did say that if you're too close to substations for a long period of long periods of time, it actually affects you on a mitochondrial level, and it can actually
Wow.
weaken your cells and actually slows your healing processes and stuff. She's done studies on it, and I'm not saying that's why we're hurt all the time, but I think it's something to look into. It's worth looking into.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's worth looking into just for the human side of it.
Yeah,
You
I
know
mean,
what I
well,
mean?
look how badly injured we are year after year,
Yeah,
and
and it's not just football players being exposed to that. It's employees, coaching staff, you know,
well, and then
cafeteria workers.
well,
Like,
exactly everybody. And what makes me mad about it is Jed York was on an interview about it prior to the Super Bowl, and he was talking about the stadium and all that. And he says, and they brought up the substation. He goes, "Man, we've been practicing there since '87, and Jerry Rice was always healthy." And I was okay. You got two things wrong right there, and you're the owner of the team. Okay, Jerry Rice was never 100% healthy. He got hurt a lot in his career.
yeah,
Two, they didn't always practice on that field by that substation. They traveled to
really.
colleges all around the Bay Area. They've been all over the place practicing in different fields.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I don't know where he was getting that from. He just pulled that out of his rear end. But for him to
yeah,
dismiss it the way he did, just it doesn't sit well with me. I'm like,
yeah. He's
well,
probably
just do your due diligence and look into it. Have someone actually go out there and do some testing. And if there's
it makes
nothing there,
sense, man.
yeah, and if there's nothing there, and they prove that's not affecting the players, that eliminates a variable. Okay, the next thing is your
Yeah,
training facilities up to par because they did a grading by the team. Dude, the 49er players graded their own training facilities. They gave it a C.
yeah.
That's not good. You
Nah,
you have a stadium that's
oh
12
man,
years old. It's fairly one of the newest stadiums in the league at 12 years old, and your training facilities or their own players gave it a C.
that's
What?
crazy, man.
Yeah, what does that tell you?
Yeah, that's like embarrassing.
It is. And then Jed York is like he's buying a professional soccer team. I'm like, dude, that money needs to be allocated to the 49ers. Get
Yeah,
that situated.
I hate owners that do that, man.
Yeah, it's annoying, dude. It's like,
Yeah, I mean, how can you care about you know? How can you care about more than one team?
yeah, it was
Like,
that soccer team is not your main source of income. I mean, the York and DeBartolo family, they
yeah,
got their money from malls. They build malls and all. That's where they get their money. But the other source of income is from the 49ers. Why would you not want to invest in that like you do your malls?
well, I think the malls seem to be like disappearing left and right, aren't they?
Well, no, out there, the malls do pretty well. And I mean, not like they did back in the 90s and
Yeah,
in the 80s and stuff like that, but they
yeah,
still
they
do
used to be
well out
big.
there because in high populated areas, they do pretty well.
I can't even
But
remember the last time I was at a mall, to be honest.
I mean, we have a mall here in
Yeah, we have
Columbus.
a couple. We have a couple of them, but it's so much different than I used to be. Like when
Oh,
I
yeah.
used to in high school. Like I was a mall rat in high school, man. I was in the mall like all the time.
Oh,
Arcades,
man. Yeah, we had an
Hamilton Mall, Cherry Hill
arcade.
Mall.
I mean,
Yeah,
in the 90s, in the 80s and late 80s and all throughout the 90s, man, we had toy stores in there. We had an arcade. You had a
yeah.
music store. You had a store for everything in that mall. And
We had
everybody,
we had like six. I think like Deptford, Echelon, Vineland, Shore, Hamilton, Morse. We have like 6 or 7 malls like
yeah,
within
you're in the
like
metro area
30,
too.
like within like a 30-minute circle. Like I'm like 30 minutes from like each of them. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'll tell you, and I wish kids today could
Well,
experience that,
couple
man.
of them closed.
I wish kids today could experience what the malls were like back during Christmas time in our heydays.
Oh yeah, your parents would
Oh,
drop you off.
bro. Man, or we'd just go to the mall, as a family and just walk around and the Christmas stuff everywhere. Man, if that didn't get you pumped up for Christmas when you're a kid, I don't
Oh
know what,
yeah,
you know,
yeah, man. Those were
it,
the good old days, dude.
right. Because, like, we had a
Sam
mall,
Goody.
yeah, dude, we had our arcade we had was called Diamond Gems.
Yeah.
And I had like every single one of my birthday parties there when we moved here. And Dude, we used to
Yeah,
have a
we had
line.
we had the place. Ours was called the Spaceport, and it
Dude,
was
we had
like
a
dark.
line
It
a
was cool,
mile
man.
long.
Neon lights.
Oh yeah, we had all that, dude. I remember when the first Mortal Kombat arcade showed up. The line was like all the way out to outside the arcade to play that game, and there's always one kid in there just cleaning
Do
everybody's clock.
do you remember when virtual reality first came out?
Yeah, with the glove. It was like
Yeah,
the
like,
glove
and
and had
then
a
you had the
keyboard on it.
laser. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was. They had it at the arcades,
yeah,
and you put like this big giant headset on, and you stood
yeah,
into like this big machine, and you were fighting against stick figures, basically.
yeah. It's like that the thing you put on your head. You felt like Rick Moranis on Spaceballs with that big helmet, man.
Yeah,
It was
and
insane, dude.
it was like $10 for like
Yeah,
2 minutes. Like it was, you were dead like within like it was impossible to play. It was
shoot. See,
horrible, man.
yeah, we had that. They had Diamond Gems had that for a brief period of time. And then all of a sudden the arcades like Street Fighter stuff like that really started getting famous,
Yeah.
and that's when they started piling in arcade games like that. But
Yeah, we had like Donkey Kong, Pac-Man.
yeah,
We had some cool games. We had this like hologram night game. It was on a table, and it was a hologram. Two holograms were fighting like sword fighting. They were like two knights sword fighting. I forget what it was called. And then they had that what was that called? Dragon's Tail or Dragon Quest. You remember that game? It was like
yes,
a
yeah.
cartoon. That was pretty cool. I could never play that. That game was impossible. But I saw like
That
other people who like
dude,
play
I
it.
remember watching my cousin play. Was it Oregon Trail? Was that what it was called?
Oh,
It was old computer game. I think it was called Oregon Trail or something like that.
sounds familiar.
Yeah, that game was crazy, dude. I watched that,
Yeah.
and the only computer game I was really into back when computer games started getting big was the first Duke Nukem game. I know you remember
Oh
Duke
yeah.
Nukem.
Yeah, of course. Of
you,
course.
you you go to the strip club and hit space bar, and he slips her a 20, and you see pixelated boobs on the screen.
Yeah. Did they make a movie of that with that Duke Nukem?
No, they want to. They're talking about making a movie, and everybody's wanting John Cena to play Duke Nukem.
That'd be pretty cool.
Well, I'm like, well, if you like him as Peacemaker, he'd play Duke Nukem well.
Oh, I loved him as Peacemaker.
Yeah, I mean Duke
That's like one
Nukem,
of my favorite shows, man.
right? Like Duke Nukem is basically Peacemaker if he used large machine guns and explosives.
I remember you used to go in the arcade and you would hear like the pinball machines and you would hear
Yes,
like 8 Ball Deluxe. And then you hear bling, 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 bling.
dude. When
Like,
I was a kid, they had
or
a.
did you hear Spy Hunter? Like, you walk
Mm-hmm.
by the Spy Hunter video game and you hear, "Zin-na."
Dude, I remember my grandpa when I lived in California. He was in a bowling league with the VFW and stuff. And they had arcades there, and they had a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pinball machine. Man, when I was a kid, I wanted to take that thing home so bad. I
Yeah,
was
well,
always so intrigued with pinball machines, the way they work.
well, there were certain games you could stretch a quarter with back then.
Yeah,
Like, you could play for a long time with a quarter, like something like Pac-Man, you know, or Donkey Kong. You could play
hmm
for a few levels. I used to play that. Remember the WWF game? It had
yeah.
the Legion of Doom on the front of it. Like
Is
they
that
were
the one
like,
that had the blue steel cage?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Yep.
I I could go through that matches after matches after matches all for like $1.
Dude,
Like that game was awesome, man.
I played my favorite wrestling game I've ever played was on Sega Genesis. It was that WWF Monday Night Raw that came out in like 1994.
Oh yeah,
They had Yokozuna in there, Doink, and all them, dude. It had all
yeah,
them classic mid '90s guys. They had one that came
yeah,
out before that called Royal Rumble.
yeah. I had
And
Royal Rumble
yeah,
for
that was my
Nintendo.
favorite one because my second favorite one because it had Brutus the Barber Beefcake in it. Had
Yeah, Andre the
the
Giant.
model, yeah, it had the model Rick Martel and all them guys.
Dude,
Macho Man.
I lent that game to a kid, and he stole it from me. Like he
Damn.
never gave it back. Like he just never gave it back. I
I'd put that kid in the torture rack like Lex
well,
Luger, man.
I couldn't find him. Like he was staying over across the street, and his grandparents lived across the street, and he would stay over there like every weekend.
hmm
I lent him the game. Then all of a sudden he stops going there. I'm like, dude, where's my game at? Like, I never
Oh,
saw that
dude.
game again, and I love that game.
Yeah, them old wrestling games, man. I put
Just to
hours into
remind him of
those.
that,
Oh, you still keep in touch with him?
somewhat.
Somewhat, yeah. Just
Yeah,
randomly message, hey man,
I remember.
where's my wrestling game at, bro?
Yeah,
I done given you so many years to find it and get it to me. Your time's
yeah.
up, bro. I got
There's some
tech
things
interest
like,
on.
well, there's some things like somebody like lends me something, and I
Yeah,
have it for like a really long time, and out of nowhere they were like, "Yo, I need that back, by the way," and like, well, shit, man, like I use it like every day. Like
yes. Can I buy it
I was
from you,
not, yeah, I was like not expecting you to take it back. Like,
man? Yeah, I remember when the Nintendo 64s came out and that 007 GoldenEye game. Man,
yeah,
I
yeah,
borrowed
that
that
was
from my
good,
buddy.
man.
Dude, I love that game, dude. That was one of my favorite ones. But he had
Yeah,
to keep
Nintendo
asking me.
64, right?
Yep. He was
You
like,
remember
man,
Star Wars game for that?
yes, Rogue Squadron, wasn't it?
Yeah, I
Yeah, we
remember it
fly
had Han
into
Solo
ships
in
and
it.
stuff. Yeah, I think it's the one where you hit you. The hardest part of that game was you were in one of those. You were on Hoth on that snow planet, and you had to wrap the cables
Yeah,
around the feet of that robot. Man,
yeah.
I used to crash on that part all the time. Man, it took me so many tries. I finally got it.
There's a really cool Star Wars VR game, man, that I play all the time. It's called Darth Vader Immortal, and
hmm
you're actually able to like wield lightsabers.
Yeah,
Like it's really cool. Like the controllers vibrate, and you're like, vroom, vroom.
that'd be a workout,
Just
man.
so oh yeah, it's a great workout. Like they have like it's called a lightsaber dojo, and yeah, so I've posted videos of it before. It's pretty cool. I'll send it
That'd
to
be
you one
crazy.
day.
Yeah, I'll probably play that.
But let's wrap this up.
Yeah,
It looks like Ed's not coming back. Um, we'll be back on, I guess, Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Today,
Yeah, I think
Friday.
when's the last day of free agency? Isn't it like well, there's 4 weeks of it? We still got a while.
Yeah,
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 we got shit. It's only the first week of it.
yeah. We got the draft coming up too,
Yep, drafts in
so
late
yeah,
April.
we'll start talking about that.
Yeah, I gotta start writing down. I mean, I know some, players that I want on the 49ers, but
Yeah, I
I
always
got
do
some
a
more I
few
need to
mock
write down.
drafts.
Yeah.
I usually get into the draft like maybe a couple weeks before the draft. I'll really start cramming it in. You know what I mean?
That's what I do. Yeah.
Because by then, I'll kind of know who the Eagles are interested in, who
hmm
they've like interviewed, who they were checking out at the combine, and then I'll look into those players.
Yeah, I usually
Um,
wait until free agency's over because I see who they got, and
yeah,
I was like, okay, now they got that position filled. What are they going to do at this position? And
because
these are the perfect.
I always hate like falling for a player and then like somebody like the Cowboys get them. You know what
Dude,
I
I
mean?
was so mad. I'm going to admit this on here. Okay, I live 25 minutes from the Mississippi State campus,
Yeah,
and when Dak Prescott was playing there, I was at that time I was wanting the 49ers to draft him so bad. And then
dude.
when the Cowboys did it, I was pissed. I was so mad. I was like, of all the teams, dude. You have 32
Well,
teams to pick from. Or
I
I mean,
wanted I wanted Zeke in the first round, and I
yeah,
wanted Dak in the second round.
dude, it's amazing how the Cowboys did not win a Super Bowl with that team.
I don't. They're
I
they
don't they're
I think
cursed, man.
I think it's because of Jerry. Jerry's just a
Dude, that team was legit.
yeah.
That team was
They
legit.
were, man.
I'll give them credit, man. They were legit, and the fact they didn't even make it to a conference championship game blew my mind with that talent.
Yeah, they didn't make it past the division round. Like that's
Well, it was
they
funny
had
too
a
because
first round bye. Like they won. They swept the awards. Sarah,
yeah,
the NFL awards that season.
well, it's
I'm
like
like, they don't deserve that shit.
well, this guy that I worked with, he was a diehard Cowboys fan, and I told him this is back around when Zeke was looking for a new contract, and I told him, I said, dude, I'm telling you, as soon as he gets paid, he's gonna slack off and get lazy. And I just because he just passed off that demeanor. And
Oh
the
yeah,
way Zeke, man, as soon as,
he was always like
yeah,
a bad dude, man. Like
yeah, and then as soon as he
I
got,
never
I mean,
really liked him. I
he
thought
was
he
a
was a great
baller, but
player. Yeah, I
yeah,
liked him at Ohio State, but once he got to the NFL and you seen him with the half shirts and you know, and grabbing women's boobs and stuff
yeah.
like that, and
Well, it's like when he up until his contract extension, the dude was a baller, man. He was
oh
one of the
yeah,
best
he
backs in the
was.
league. But as soon
Oh,
as he got paid that $90 million,
that offense was at its best. I don't care what they did last year because to me, that was because they were facing bend but don't break defenses. They were
hmm
playing from behind most of the game. Like, so of course you're
who,
going to put up big numbers.
who was it they had?
But
They had it was Dak, Zeke, was it Des Bryant,
yeah, Des Bryant,
Jason
Jason
Whitney,
Witten, Cole
uh,
Beasley,
Colt Beasley. Dude, my
and
favorite running back. I think one of my favorite running backs they had post Emmett Smith was Marion Barber. Marion the Barbarian Barber. That dude
oh
was a
yeah,
beast, man.
yeah, he I think who
He
was it that trucked one of our defensive tackles? Was that him or was that DeMarco
it,
Murray?
it might have been DeMarco Murray because he was known for
Yeah,
that.
one of them trucked the hell out of it was Damian Square,
hmm
and it was like one of the most memorable videos. Dude just went up in the air and then flat on his back, like it was just an
Well,
awesome.
dude, one of my most fond memories was it was in the '90s. I forgot what year it was, but Steve Young threw an interception to Deion Sanders, and I was mad. I was like, man, I hope he hits him. Man,
I
Deion come
hated
running.
those teams.
Dude, when Dion ran up through there, Steve Young sent him in the air, bro. Like he hit him.
Yeah,
I guess he hit him right in the thighs or whatever.
I
But it's
hated Dion, especially when he was with the
dude,
Cowboys. I hated him.
dude. I remember when they won this when the 49ers won the Super Bowl with Dion. Jerry Rice was gonna kill that dude because Dion was saying in an interview that they wouldn't have won the Super Bowl without him and all that crap. And Jerry Rice
Uh,
was like fighting mad, bro. He went after him.
yeah, Dion was pretty good that season, though.
He was like, I mean, he did help our defense out a lot, but
Oh
I
yeah.
think the 49ers were
Well,
so good that
he
year.
always shut down a complete side of the field. That's
Right.
how good he was.
But I think the 49ers were that good that year to they could have won it without him, but they wouldn't have put a beating on the Chargers the way they did.
Yeah,
Because I
I
remember
think we kind of helped you win a Super Bowl that season because do you remember early in that season? I think it was it 94 or 95. The Eagles went to San Fran. It was Charlie Garner, and we beat you guys like 40-8.
that was 94 because we won the Super Bowl that year.
Yeah, you guys right after that
Yeah.
We
They
we
just
went we went 7-2 and then ended up 7-9 after
yeah.
that game. Like we went like the complete we was like, holy crap, we just beat the hell out of the 49ers. You guys went in one direction, we went like
Well,
straight down,
that
man. That
game
was
like I hated we lost that game like that, but it woke them up, man. I
oh
mean,
yeah.
it woke the
And
49ers
I
up.
knew it. I knew it. I was like I kind of thought it was fool's gold because we still had Rich Kotite was still our coach. And we really didn't have a good quarterback that season. Like it just, you
Yeah, I
know,
tell you. I'll tell you a crazy 49ers story. You remember when Joe Montana got picked up by the Chiefs?
Yeah.
All right. That next season, the Chiefs had to play the 49ers. So it's Joe Montana versus the 49ers. And I was living in Northern California at the time. I was like maybe 2 hours north of San Francisco.
Yeah.
You know, that game wasn't televised in our area.
It wasn't?
No, because none of the 49er fans wanted to watch Joe Montana tear our asses up on TV, man, for letting him go. Because I think they won that game pretty single handedly. To like the Chiefs, Joe Montana put it on us in that game. But yeah, they
Yeah,
didn't
but I thought
televise
it
it.
was I thought it was kind of reasonable that they let him go in a way. I know it's not a good way to send off a legend and whatnot,
Yeah,
but you guys did have Steve Young, and Joe did come off a pretty bad, what was it, a back injury, wasn't it?
it
Didn't
was
Leonard
well.
Marshall like decked him? I know that in the playoffs.
Well, yeah. Well, I think a lot of it was his back. I think his elbow. I think he had some
Yeah,
concussion issues too. 'Cause he got knocked out in that one game. He was knocked out cold. They thought he killed him, man. Because
yeah, that
you
was.
could hit quarterbacks back then.
Oh
They were
yeah,
fair game, bro. I mean, like everybody
definitely.
else was fair game. If you had the ball in your hands, you're getting popped. And
Oh
now
yeah. Did you see
quarterbacks are
some of the hits like
overprotected.
Jaworski took and and Jim McMahon? Like I remember there was a game. I think what was his name? Dude's name Greg Harris.
Mm-hmm.
He was a dirtball, man. He was just this terrible, terrible, like bad dude. He was like Fontese Burflick times 20. Uh, he picked up Jim McMahon and just
Yeah,
picked him
threw him
up
on his
and
shoulder.
drove him into the ground. I was like, oh my god, that was just inhumane.
Yeah, Jim McMahon was never the same. I don't think he played too
Oh
long
no,
after that.
no, that he
See
ended up
there.
going to San Diego for a season. Then he
Yep.
ended up becoming like a backup with us. And the year Randall Cunningham went down, Randall had gone down in 1991. He had just come off an MVP season, like he
Mm-hmm.
was primed and ready for. We had the number one defense. We were just primed and ready to win it all that season. And then Randall got hurt game one, tore his knee up. And Jim McMahon came in and just he was expected to be our starter the rest of the season, but he just there was an injury report. You know how like injury report will say like a player like concussion,
Yeah.
knee or arm. It said Jim McMahon and then it said entire body. Dude, he just could not go back to back games, man. Like he would last like three quarters, go in,
Well,
come back out.
see back then though, man, them quarterbacks they were hated because they
Yeah,
were
he
considered the prima donnas. I mean, defensive players hated him, dude. I think the quarterback I've seen on TV and so that took the worst beating throughout his career was Archie Manning. That
well,
man had the pulp beat out of him, dude. I mean,
oh
back then
yeah.
you could do that, but now,
Well, the team loved McMahon,
yeah,
um, because he was the backup. Like Randall, the team really didn't like Randall. Randall for a while had like this holier than thou are
mhm,
attitude. You know, he was dating Whitney Houston. He was wearing like gold tips on his shoelaces. He was coming out with books. Let me be me. This, you know, he had like this Hollywood attitude to him, and Jim McMahon would be like the backup quarterback, and he'd be like playing cards with the players in the locker room. He was like everything that Randall wasn't. So the
right.
team like really did try to rally behind Jim McMahon. They actually loved him in there. And he did do good when he was healthy, but he looked like a robot out there. He had the flak jacket on. He had knee braces on both knees. He had elbow pads. He was wearing gloves. Like he had gloves on his throwing hands. Like he was just, but he had that black visor, which I always thought was cool.
So he basically looked like Peyton Manning with the Broncos.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or
And when
Rob
he came out,
Gronkowski.
when he come out, he'd be like walking like sideways, like like
Yeah, that when
crip
he got thrown
walking.
to the ground, that screwed him up forever, man.
Oh yeah,
I mean that was brutal.
yeah. You
He ended that
can't
guy's
never
career.
possibly be the same after something like that.
Mm-mm.
You tear your shoulder up. I remember straining my rotator cuff, and it's just never been the same since. And I did that back in the '90s playing basketball. But all
Yeah,
right, let's end this show. Getting pretty late, so it's always good talking to you, Ben.
yes,
Um,
sir.
we'll talk again Tuesday, and good night.
Good night, man. Everybody be safe.
All right.